Marlins hosting the Phillies, and the Phillies are minus 115 on the money line. The Marlins are minus 105. The over-under, 8 runs. The Phillies, laying a run and a half on the run line, are plus 143, meaning if you bet them that way, they must win by 2. And the Marlins, getting a run and a half on the run line, are minus 170, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you win. They lose by 1, you win. Now, mind you, these are the overnight odds. They're going to change the closer we get to first pitch tomorrow. Now, Walker didn't pitch against the Marlins this year. He pitched a bunch against them last year, 6 times in fact. 6 2/3, 1 run, 1 earned. They won that game 3-2. He struck out 9. 6 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned. They won that game 5-3. That was in Miami. He struck out 5. 7 shutout innings. They lost that game 2-0 in 10. He struck out 7. 5 2/3, 3 runs, 3 earned. They won that game 9-3. That was in Miami. He struck out 4. 7 innings, 1 run, 1 earned. They won that game 9-3. In Miami, he struck out 10. And then 5 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned. They won that game 5-4 in 10, and he struck out 8 in that game. The Phillies are 9-1 as a team in his last 10 appearances. He's averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched and 5.3 strikeouts per game in those games. And now if we want to get more specific in his last 5 games, because, who doesn't want to be more specific? He had 2 earned runs and struck out 4. Then he had 4 earned runs and struck out 6. Then he had 2 earned runs and struck out 3. No strikeouts, and he had no earned runs, and then 4 earned runs, and he had 8 strikeouts. That's his last handful of games overall, and that's for Walker. For Cabrera, he pitched once against the Phillies this year, 5 innings, 2 runs, both of which were earned. They lost that game 3-2 in 10 innings. That was in Philadelphia, and he struck out 4 batters in that game. The Marlins have lost his last 3 appearances. They are 5-5 as a team in his last 10 appearances. He's averaging 4 2/3 innings pitched and 5.4 strikeouts per game in those games. And in his last handful of games, his last 5, he has an ERA of 2. He's averaging 4 1/3 innings pitched, and like I said, he lost his last 3. In those games, 3 earned runs, no strikeouts, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, 5 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and then no earned runs and 10 strikeouts. Head-to-head, the road team is 6-4. The Marlins are on a 2-game winning streak. The Marlins are 6-4 against the Phillies in their last 10. The favorites on a 3-game winning streak, although the underdog is 6-4 on the money line. The underdog getting a run and a half on the run line is 7-3. There have been 4 one-run games in their last 10 meetings, 2 out of their last 4. The over has hit in their last 2. The over is 6-3-1, and the over-under at 8 specifically is 4-4-2. The last 2 that they played, the Marlins won 7-3 and 5-3, and the game before that, the Phillies won 4-3. Those games were a 3-game set in Miami. The Phillies are 4-6 in their last 10, 2-2 in their last 4. Beating the Orioles 6-4, then beating the Pirates 2-1, and then they're on a 2-game losing streak right now because they dropped their last 2 to the Pirates, 7-6 and 6-4. For the Marlins, they're 4-6 in their last 10, but 3-1 in their last 4. Beating the Rays 7-1, then beating the Tigers 6-5, then got blanked by the Tigers 5-0, and then beat them today 8-6. Understandably, that the Marlins are playing better than the Phillies are, and the underdog tends to do well in these series. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is the fact that Walker did not lose against the Marlins last year in the games where he actually went the distance. Losing in extra innings, he gave up no earned runs in that game. I'm going to take the Marlins with the money line. I'm going to take the Marlins getting the runs, and I'm going to go over in this game. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.